Alright, so this is our last video on transformations. So in this video we're going to be talking about dilations, which means that we are going to be taking our pre-image figure and either shrinking it or expanding it. In other words, making it smaller or making it bigger. And so as you can see, I have already drawn the pre-image. We should notice that the boxes are asking us to dilate the figure by a factor of 2, and then to dilate the second figure by a factor of 1/2. And so that word factor should be familiar to us because we talked about scale factors when we talked about similar triangles before. And so when we're discussing similar triangles, we said that the scale factor is basically the number that gets multiplied by the original triangle to make the new triangle. And so this is going to be no different. So if I want to dilate RTQS by a factor of 2, I'm just going to take all of the points and double them, make them twice as big. So if R is at 1, 2, and I double it, the new value of R is going to be at 2, 4. If I take S, which is at 6, 0, and I double it, it's now at 12. If I take T, which is at 3, 4, and I double it, it's now at 6, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then the last point, Q, it was at 5, 4. Now it is at 10, 8. And if I draw these correctly, I should get a figure that is the same shape but twice as large. So if I label those points, again, all we did was make them bigger, so the order of the points should not change. So if R was over here, the image of R is over here. So the image of T is going to be up here. The image of Q is going to be right here. And the image of S is going to be down here. So what was our rule? Well, all we did was take the points and double them. So our new coordinates are all 2x, 2y. Alright, so then what we're going to do is draw the second figure. Let's see, we can make that green. So we need a point at -2 and 4. We need a point at -11, so 1. So that'd be like out here. 4. So let's put that there. And then we have -8 and 9. And then -6 and 9. So we get ourselves a little trapezoid. Alright, so let's draw the lines. So let's see. We had F. We had G. H, at J. So let's see, it looks like H is a little bit off. Let's fix that real quick. G was slightly off as well. So let's make this a little bit smaller. Okay. Try again. Okay, so this should be here. And it should be there. All right. There's our pre-image. And we want to dilate by a scale factor of 1/2. And so as you might imagine, we're going to take these points and make them half as big. So if F is at -2 and 4, the image will be at -1 and 2. G is at -11 and 4, so half of 11 is 5.5. It's 5, so 5.5 is going to be in the middle. So like right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.5. Yep. And then H is at -8 and 9, so it's going to be at -4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And it's going to be at 4.5 on the y-axis. And then -3 and 4.5 at the last point, so we should get this guy right here. So you notice it looks exactly the same, only everything is half as big. So if we go through and label everything, so F prime is down here. The image of G is going to be over here. The image of J is going to be over here. The image of H is going to be over here. So just like with the red figure, all we did was multiply our points by the scale factor. So instead of the original points x and y, now all of our points are half as big, so 1/2 x and 1/2 y. And so that's all you need for dilations. I will let you guys try the final little row on its own. Remember, the 90-degree rotation is what we went over in the previous video. So you're going to rotate first and then multiply the new points by 2. That's all I have for today, and I will see you guys next time.